Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's happening?
¿Qué pasa? This is Hiram.
I'm BK.
And we are here for our almost to the end of the early bird submission period edition of the Hang On to Your Shorts Film Festival podcast.
Thought you were going to say something about like summer being not what it is, like as a preferred.
Yeah,
summer is the beginning, right? You know, like I've seen some commercials, I've seen some nasty signs about something about
going back to school. No, we're not talking about that. No, absolutely not.
I didn't even say it out loud.
Nope.
No.
Summer is going
I'm not
great.
Even in school.
There's baseball. There were 4 tornadoes in New Jersey the other day. You know, I like crazy weather.
Summertime.
Don't just do one. We got to do 4.
We got to do 4. You know, for a state that usually averages like 1 a year, which is wonderful. But no,
if you're a weather geek,
like I said earlier, for those people that aim to submit to our lovely festival, we have about a week left of our early bird submission period. And listen, you can submit after. You know, it helps us too, believe me. But if you want to save a couple of bucks, definitely make sure you submit.
Submit.
We look forward.
You will submit. Some way, somehow. Sorry, I got lost in that. I got lost.
He's a very interesting young man, as you already know. And hey, we also hope to have a Hang On to Your Shorts Film Festival alumnus, Daniel Myers, joining us in a little bit. Actually, he's already here.
He's on.
Oh, he's already here, so we got to get him on right away.
Yeah.
Can he hear us? Hey, sir, how are you?
Oh, I'm live.
Yes.
Yeah, now you're live. Yes.
How we doing?
Looks like a scene from your film Glass Eyes.
Well, I'm playing roulette right now because my baby is sleeping. So if she goes off, I might have to bounce. But thanks for having me, guys.
That is fine. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Daddyhood is amazing. Just off here, I have my 15-year-old son, and he has a son. So bless you, sir.
My 11-year-old.
Thank you.
Yes, and
I have 8-month-old and a 3.5-year-old. So
yes.
My hands are full at the moment.
Yes. I saw that in Cravings when I saw you a couple weeks or a month or so ago. Yeah.
Yes, and I thought the same thing he did. That your background just absolutely reminds me of your short film Glass Eyes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's actually my deck. Yeah, because inside my house, it's like it sounds like you're in a jet engine airplane with all the sound machines going on.
Yes. What was Glass Eyes? Did it happen to be filmed in your house or no?
No, Glass Eyes was filmed in Oceanport, New Jersey.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
At a family friend of ours who was very kind enough to let a film production enter their house.
So, I want to say, first of all, thank you for joining us. We've been talking about this for a couple of years already.
Cool.
And you know what? We're not the best at we're just all over the place. 2 guys trying to wrestle with and wrangle life. So it's great to catch up with you. First of all, you joined us in a previous edition of our festival, and we loved your short film.
Awesome.
The tagline is, a man is left reflecting over the loss of his wife after an ill-fated night with the undead. It was love at first.
That sounds awesome.
It was
love at first watch for both of us.
Yes.
Awesome.
We knew this was going to be in because we were just like, wow. And it just pulled you in all the way to the end. And it was very awesome. So
there's a bit of a rug pull at the end there. But I want to compliment you guys. Having been fortunate to be part of a lot of festivals and especially in the New Jersey area, I was very impressed with the screening quality that you guys put on there. And I mean, I'm not going to name names. I've had some experiences recently, and they're just like amateur hour. But you guys did an excellent job, and how incredible it looked on the screen. So thanks for that.
Mr. DCP.
It's the first time my son's ever been in a movie theater. as I was holding him in the back row. He watched like the first 30 seconds, and I took off before the zombie showed up.
I think I remember that. That was
yeah. So I just wanted to give you guys your flowers because you do an excellent job here, and keep it going.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that, but we could not do that. The Basie Center Cinema staff, they're amazing.
Raphael?
Actually, Basie Center Cinema House.
Yeah, yes.
Raphael is really, really good and accommodating, and we're blessed to have him.
Raphael Silva.
And we couldn't do what we do if people didn't put out really high quality stuff like you did. And to be honest, when we found out that you were local, we got that feeling, you know, like we are from the Jersey Shore. We're from Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, you know, Kevin Smith world. And there's accomplished artsy, artistic people everywhere. But we're still a little jolted every time like we experience a great local talent.
Yeah. So that was a great surprise. So speaking of films and what's going on, when I did run into you, I asked you, "Hey, what's going on? What do you got? Anything coming up? Anything going on?"
We shot a new short last year called The Scene, and wrapped it up probably mid-fall last year. And with what we did with Glass Eyes is we dropped it right online because we've done festivals before with previous films, and it's a great environment. It's good for filmmakers. But I was getting to a point where I was just like, it's a zombie movie. As much as I think it's an elevated version of it, it's still so like, let's just drop it online and let the world have it. And we did. Much to the chagrin of a lot of people involved. And it went like, semi-viral. And it's ended up with like 70,000 views on YouTube and like probably like a couple 100,000 across all platforms it's been on. It's been streamed by like, other horror channels and all that stuff. And then the irony is the festivals came afterwards because it's like the second you get a little bit of notoriety in any respect, it's like they don't care. There's no more premiere status.
Right.
So we then did a kind of a reverse version of it. It's been online forever, and then we did a bunch of festivals, probably like a dozen excellent festivals. Your guys are included, obviously. And so that's a long-winded way me saying the new film, The Scene. Just having my daughter at 8 months and knowing that was coming, I said, let's sit on it for a couple years. Let's play the festival game. So we submitted to a very select few just to see what would happen, just because I wasn't in a rush to dump it online. And what was pretty awesome is we ended up having a world premiere at a festival called Panic Fest in Kansas City, I believe. It's one of the top few genre festivals in the country, and industry recognized all that stuff. So that was very exciting. And then after that, we were just kind of like, all right, what do we do with it? So we screened at Lighthouse Film Festival in Jersey, which was a nice experience. And we're screening at a friend of mine festival called Phoenixville in Philadelphia. It's a Philly-based festival. And after that, we're probably going to drop it online soon. If Hang On To Your Shorts is nice enough to have us, we'll come back. But it was a nice escalation from Glass Eyes. Kind of plays with the same themes: tech addiction, Black Mirror, Twilight Zone stuff, all wrapped in a genre. At this time, it was like crime thriller kind of thing. So. It's gotten some good feedback, and we're proud of it. And that's kind of what's happening at this very moment.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing, this with us. We love to hear, from our family, from our Hang Out To Your Shorts family. But now I'm gonna not push, but I'm gonna back up a little bit. We saw your art, and we appreciate how kind and awesome you were with us. But we want to know about you. How did you kind of find yourself into the movie making world?
Just by jumping off the deep end and just trying to figure it out. So like my whole life I was obsessed with movies. I grew up, my background's in athletics. I own a company that trains ice hockey players. I played Division I college and minor pro for the Devils organization.
Nice.
And my whole life was just hockey, sports, whatever, and my true passion was movies. I was obsessed with movies. My parents knew, but my dad was a drummer, and he worked in music. And if I could do a quick plug for my dad, he's playing at Count Basie next week at the Vovo.
Oh, nice. What's the name of the
his
band?
band's Kid Charlemagne. They're a tribute band to Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. Oh my God. One of my favorite
If you like
tunes.
Steely Dan, come. I might have an extra ticket or two. We'll talk offline. But
Sure.
their band rocks. But anyway, that's for you, Dad.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's cool, man.
I just my whole life athlete, but I love movies, and everyone knew. I wrote film blogs in college, and some guy actually into the Boston Globe because I played at UMass Amherst, and I tried to take theater classes and all that stuff, and eventually I just couldn't do it because of the commitment to hockey. And then, long story short, in my late 20s, I just told my wife, I think I'm gonna start doing this. And I started as an actor and did a bunch of indie stuff, a bunch of featured background stuff on big shows. And then I was just like, the acting's not for me. And then I just turned into the writer-director and have been doing it ever since. And when there's an idea that I love and I feel passionate enough about, I'll self-produce something and go from there. But it's like literally anyone who's made a movie from scratch, to self-produce an indie film, even a short film, it's like pushing a boulder uphill for 2 years. So you got to find something you really you feel passionately about. So luckily, I have a strong passion about
That's great.
tech phobia and what it's doing to society, all that stuff, and I get to put it in fun genres. So
Yeah. No.
Tech is a very interesting, loaded topic nowadays. I'm a teacher too, so I see what it does with students' brains and all of that. So bless you. And
I'm a therapist, so I do see sometimes the addictive quality that goes along with that. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty crazy.
So, it's funny because he's talking about one cannot outrun their passion. Or, I mean, you could have chosen to, but then your spirit would have withered. You've indulged it, which is a wonderful thing. I don't think anyone should run away from their creative juices.
Well, of course, and especially something that's so, like everyone always talks like people who don't make movies and art. They always have you made it big yet, or have you worked for Netflix or whatever? And they don't realize that's such a small percentage. It's like under a 0.5% of people get to do that. So the majority of filmmakers and artists in general is just people who do it for the love of the game and get a lot of fulfillment out of it. And you try to push yourself to be better every time. And then you just gotta, if something ever breaks, you're just very fortunate. But that's kind of the way of the world when you're especially making movies. I do it because I love doing it, and it doesn't feel like work. So.
Yes. When I began, I told myself, because I'm an actor also, I began, and I don't want to make this about me, but I just want to empathize with you.
Please, I feel like I'm yapping. So just
No. I wanted, before, I have an actor friend who sat me down and kind of, he did a little bit of the gatekeeping. He wanted to know my intentions. Why did I want to do this? It wasn't because you want to be famous or anything.
Right.
I told myself that the journey itself is the triumph. And anything else that may come is just icing on the cake.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which goes to what you're saying. People don't know. They don't know. But we know because we've seen what you do.
Yes.
And I have to ask about, I'm going to go back to Glass Eyes. I know that when you're creating art like this, one of the reasons why we do it, why I like doing it, is because of the camaraderie and the sense of a mutual accomplishment amongst a group of people. Can you tell us, your films cannot be what they are without the amazing actors.
Right.
How do you find them?
Well, Brian May, who's been either the lead or co-lead in pretty much everything I've written and directed, is just kind of the guy I started doing indie work with. I started acting in his movies. He was like trying to be a writer-director, not trying to be, he is, but at the time he was more focused on that. And it's really kind of funny. We did a pivot right after COVID. When we made a bunch of short films, I acted, he wrote and directed. And we were prepping for this one called Monitor, which is the first film I ever wrote and directed. Low budget, $0 involved. It actually was shot here at my house. And there's a lot of charm in it, to be honest. If you guys are interested, I can share it with you. But
Please
it's
do. Yes.
We were sitting on the deck, this very deck, right behind me one day, and we were just like, we have creative combos all the time, and And we just kind of had a snack because we were about to shoot in a few weeks, and there's just something that fell off. And my wife came out, just could sense the tension, and she's like, "What's going on?" And we're just like, "I don't know. So I'm feeling like Dan has a lot of ideas, and Brian has a lot of ideas." And she's like, "Why don't you just direct it and you just act it?" And so we just switched right there because my wife was just like, "Guys, shut up, get on with it."
Right.
And that's what we did. And ever since then, I've done 3 movies with him, and they progressively each get better in many respects, and he's a great collaborator. And then we met Sophia. Let's see. I feel like I'm getting darker on the screen, but sorry guys.
He's a floating head, but now he's getting smaller and smaller. Yeah.
Anyway, so the Monitor film, the one I was telling you about, got in the Garden State, and there I met Sophia. Lucia Parola, who's the lead actress in Glass Eyes, who's an absolute rock star. And she's very well known in this area, especially in the Jersey community. And then I met Rick Cook, who's our DP on Glass Eyes, and then he did my most recent film, The Scene, and he brings so much. I mean, he really, he'll take the ideas and just say like, all right, you want to look like you're making movies in Hollywood, hold my beer kind of thing. And he's the reason the movies look so good.
Yes, they look amazing.
And he's brought a lot of just his own artistic input. I'm a loyal person, so I like to try to stick, keep the band together as much as I can, from film to film. So,
what's really cool when a movie hits now. Oversharing here, but I'm a man who has a fiance who adores Diana, and I know that you know that feeling too. And so when your actors and your writing can create an emotion, a feeling, first you fall in love with the character. Sophia's a lovely woman, and so that's like our mental memory. We could understand how Brian May's character would feel towards her.
He was such a dick. He was such a dick at the fire pit. Just go get it yourself. Why do you need to go get it?
That's the challenge of the short film medium. It's like how in a 2-minute campfire sequence can you have the audience care?
Yeah.
Can I curse on this?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
How can you have the audience give a shit about these 2 people? For anything to pay off, and immediately Sophia is just like, you just fall in love with her, and Brian,
you tap to a feeling that we know, we're familiar with,
and immediately Brian just detests this guy.
Yes,
so it just works.
But then you sense his.
Well, I mean, towards the middle end, but in the very beginning, I would like the first thing, and I wasn't watching it more. I didn't watch it. I mean, I watched it more than one time because I wanted to kind of fully absorb it. But the first run through, I was just like, okay, before we get to the end, I'm like, just that scene, I'm like, what a dick. She's like beautiful. I mean, look, and again, this is all speculation. This is all how much you fit into the character or how she spills out into the scene because of what she's bringing to whatever script you have. And so I'm like saying, this guy's a fucking jerk off because he's not seeing who this is. Like who's in, but again, it all feeds out into the stuff.
So we're obviously fans of this, and it's so really cool because I've said this often, when a festival happens, as you walk through the door, we're like, oh my gosh, he's here, they're here. We're so happy because we have fallen in love with your product.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we get like, oh my gosh, thank you for accepting. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Duh.
It's an absolute meat market out there. You as an actor, I'm gonna do a quick anecdote if you don't mind, and it kind of ties into what you're talking about with film festivals and getting it. So The Scene, my most recent film, had a role that it was the first time I actually committed to self-tape auditions with hundreds of actors because it had to be right. And we finally brought it down to 25 of hundreds. Every single actor was fabulous. And it's just like me having done a little acting, understood that when you just churn through auditions and nothing's really happening. You know, if you put in the work, it's not you. There's so many great actors out there, and it was for me really enlightening to understand how difficult casting can be, because you want to hire all these people, you want to make them all happy, but you know, you just can't. And bring it to the festival thing. There's so many great films that don't get accepted in the festivals. So when people are very thankful and grateful to you guys, you have to understand that you are validating them in a sense. And that's important. As much as we like, as artists like to say, oh, it doesn't matter, we don't need validation. Yeah, it still does matter, because when you put stuff in the world, you want people to recognize it. So.
You want people to recognize it, and you want the opportunity for people to see it.
Yeah.
You know, so and absolutely, that's our biggest. That's what we bring to the table as a festival. You know,
that's why we're in a movie theater.
Yes, that's why we try to do it in a movie theater.
Right, just like other places have, you know, other festivals have this, that, and the other thing, but Hiram has been a big proponent. Not that I disagreed, of having it specifically in a theater. Even if we have it off location or something, like in years past when we were in Asbury, we had it at Porta, in the back part of Porta, which served the purpose of helping our partner, I guess they were, the Smith Group.
Yes.
You know, help us, you know,
help them, because people would order stuff. And as an actor, I've been in films that have been screened elsewhere. And anytime your movie gets a screening, we're thankful, right? You're thankful, and there's eyes on it. And there's something to be said about when somebody watches your film and then they acknowledge it afterwards. Hey, you know, whatever it is that they say, it's great. That being said, nothing beats a movie theater.
Yeah, no, in my
movie theater, real movie theater popcorn, and
and just that whole vibe, that, you know, it just, and then, you know, meeting people afterwards or talking, you know,
that's my favorite part.
Absolutely.
I guess now that I have a couple of festival directors, I'm going to put you in the hot seat. When you're dealing with shuffling through all the submissions, and say you've blocked, you know, space for 40 short films, but there's 42 that you adore. Will you just find a way to fit those two, or are you just like, you just gotta
Well, so funny you say that, because
that's what happened this year.
This year and every year. So we originally, you know, it's just us, and it's, you know what, initially we intended to be, you know, one theater for 2 days, you know, and stuff like that. But at the end, we had to, you know, get the theater to agree to give us another theater. It costs us more money, you know, and they had to weigh their options too, you know.
They also had things going on at the theater.
They had screen things going on, so they're like, but they made the conscious decision to not screen any movies that day, and to let us have the theater, because, you know, they got good business from us too. Let's be honest, but, you know, we had to pay more money to have more theaters, because we couldn't, in any good conscience, not. If a movie ever gets left out, there's a legit reason.
Yeah. There's a lot of criteria, and there's many eyes on the situation. I mean,
and we never say definite no. Funny, we never say definite no. The movies are ranked.
Yeah.
And however much space and however much time we have, we will put the best ranked movies, you know. I just had something to say, but absolutely slipped my mind. You know, we try to make it happen for everyone. Oh, I wanted to say, sometimes we have frustrating things where, for example, we had a film several years back, which was an amazing movie at the very end, but there were literally like 5 or 6 minutes of nothing going on.
Right.
Yeah, that's
almost like shot.
That's like the hallmark of someone who's close to kind of making their first breakout. It's like when you got to trim the fat in a lot of ways.
And sometimes they ask for feedback, and we will say it. They they don't always.
Right.
And I feel bad for this, and I will put it out there into the ether. I have a list of films where I'm like, we're not going to accept this one, but I want to give these people a waiver for their next film.
Yeah, sometimes we do that.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like what they're doing. I like where they're going, but this is not the film.
Right. Or it's not going to get in. But but
Yeah.
we feel compelled to say, hey,
And it's
keep working at it. Do more. Give us something next, right?
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
I've done plenty of short films now as both a co-writer and actor, and I feel like I can speak to. I have plenty of films that I submitted with the utmost confidence, which I shouldn't have had the utmost confidence in. And you learn on the next one. And I feel like those who can kind of keep moving and learning and dealing with the rejection of it all, but also understanding the why, and not just saying, "Oh, that festival, they stink," and understand it always comes down to pacing issues and technical issues.
Yes.
A lot of people are very creative with story and all that stuff, but what really makes a short indie film stick out in a bad way that I've learned, again, this is me speaking from my experience, bad sound, pacing issues.
That's number one, bad sound.
All that stuff.
Sometimes there's a great story, but I don't
And
think that
filmed
people
well.
took the time
Yeah.
to do what you did, which go through hundreds of self-tapes, and sometimes, and listen, I'm sure as an actor, I've been that person at times because, we're not perfect and we learn and we grow. What he described is the crux of our creative world, right? Not rejection doesn't mean that you suck. Rejection could mean
It's
somebody's better or somebody's more fit for this role, not
Right.
better.
Yeah.
Or just keep working on your craft.
constructive criticism as opposed to
More fit is
criticism.
the best way to put it, especially with the experience I had casting this one role. Because like I said, I could have cast 25 of these people, and I would have gotten 25 different versions of the film, and for better or for worse, but who we ended up with ended up doing an incredible job and has gotten a lot of praise for it.
So I have a director friend that says that they go through what you just went through. And interestingly, this happens all the time. He casts a movie and he goes, I saw their self-tape for a movie that I was casting two movies ago. And I was impressed by them and they didn't get that role, but I actually called them to audition for this one because I thought they'd be a great fit.
100%.
Yeah.
Which is
That's keeping it in house and working it. Yeah, no, that's cool.
yeah. Well,
That's
if
why
you,
it's important not to burn bridges. Whether it's an actor not getting a role with a filmmaker, or me not getting into a specific festival, not sending a PO email. Just don't burn bridges.
Yeah.
Just keep your head up, keep moving, and make the next thing, and try to get better. And people, I think, remember decent people, especially in an industry like movies.
Yeah. I think that's well said.
very, very well said.
Hey,
Well, sir, I have to say, we really appreciate you taking the time.
Of course.
Thank you so much. I can't believe that we kept your baby asleep.
She woke for a second. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I was like,
No, we
kept
didn't.
looking down.
We must have been
like
talking
bombing
over that.
on. But I appreciate it. I hope you guys can actually still see me at this point.
No, we can.
You're in the ether.
Yeah.
You're in the haze.
This is not the
Awesome.
first time that we've experienced this. Remember,
Floating in.
Brian?
Yes, during COVID.
During COVID, he had a moment exactly like this.
Yeah.
So I was laughing a little inside.
Cool.
Well-
all right. Well, it's a pleasure to be on this. Thanks so much.
Well, we will be in touch about your new film for this year.
Of course.
And if you can, I know you have hottieshiram@gmail.com, my email. I would love to see your other film that you said that you would love to share with us.
I'll share them all.
Yeah, great.
The first one I did, Monitor, it's like my love letter to M. Night Shyamalan, Spielberg, like alien and stuff.
Cool.
But it turned out everyone's like, it turns out like a John Carpenter movie because it's very like still and like you'll see. It's fun. It's cute.
Cool.
You have no idea how much you fit in this group
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Yes,
Well,
you do.
recurring guest, you know where to find me.
Yes. Thank you for coming on
Absolutely,
tonight,
sir.
Dan. We really appreciate it.
Thank
and
you, guys.
Hope
Thank
to
you.
talk to you soon. All right.
Have a great night,
See
sir.
ya.
Thank you.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow, that was great. That was very cool.
He is freaking awesome.
Yeah. Now it wasn't Ming. Ming had something to do with us.
Ming knows him. Yes,
Right, okay.
him and Ming, I guess, have, and I think that Ming, told us about him.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
And I thought he said something like, "Hey, I know this guy. This is his film. Do you think you can let it in or whatever?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it wound up being a freaking amazing
Awesome
film.
film.
And yes, we fell in love with his actress. But that's what brought us into it because I know what that feels like. I know like my baby, my Diana, like if something like that were to happen, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, that we could put ourselves in that situation.
Yeah.
That's where he
Cool.
succeeded.
Yeah.
Him
in
and his team.
Right, and in that small window.
In that small window of time. Absolutely.
So, just a couple of things.
So, one last time, really quick, Dan Myers, thank you so much
thank you, buddy.
for coming. We really appreciate you.
Nice having him on.
He
Great.
was cool at the festival,
Yes,
and
yes, and
he's
even with having the kid run around. Yeah, I mean, like it was cool. Yeah, he's like this is the first time I think he's going to be in a movie theater or something like that. I think he said, and he saw a couple of minutes of the film, and then I think he had to bring the baby out. But yeah, that was great, and thank you for being on. That was always it's like I said, I ran into him at Cravings in Allenhurst, and we just was like, hey, and just chit chatted like really quickly, and I was like, you know what, we got to get him on. So that's cool. So just a couple things. I know I mentioned that Brian O'Halloran is at a con in.
Don't know where it is.
No, it's in North Carolina. I want to say Raleigh. I don't know the name of the con right now, but it's escaping me. But he's got some great road videos on Instagram. So if you can hit Brian O'Halloran up, check him out on his Instagram page.
You were telling me that he brought Diana, his lovely, lovely lady, Diana Devlin.
Yes, she had never been to a Buc-ee's.
His Diana.
Yes, his Diana.
Yeah.
And she had never been to a Buc-ee's, and I thought it was hilarious. And then they tell a little quick story. I'm probably telling tales out of school because you can watch this, and it's very entertaining. They're very entertaining on the road. The first time I saw anything about Buc-ee's other than Ming mentioning it, and I'm like thinking, well, I don't know what the hell this is. Brian went on the road down to Orlando and stopped at one or two along the way and was talking, doing his video thing live on Instagram. And that's what turned me on to the idea, like, well, if I go for a road trip, I'm going to stop at Buc-ee's because he had such a great time. And then he takes Diana, and she had never been there before, and she thought it was great. And then somebody, I think one of the cashiers recognized Brian as somebody from a 90s film.
Yes.
He says, well, which one? I think he says something like, well, I was in Clerks, so that I think that was pretty funny. And he's just a great guy. I miss him. I haven't hung out with him in friggin' years. But I would love to have him either on the show or maybe at the festival or something like that. I got to get in touch with his people.
We can make that happen.
I got to get in touch with his people.
Yeah, last time I was Diana and we took a family vacation down to South Carolina. On our way down, we stopped at south of the border.
Oh.
So we were rushing and we saw the Buc-ee's and we're like, oh, we'll hit it up on the way back. But on the way back we didn't, and I so regret it.
Yeah.
So I'm still a Buc-ee's virgin.
Okay. Well, they stopped at the one in Virginia, which probably is not around the corner, but yeah, it's definitely worth stopping in. And I stopped at like each one of them on the way down to Orlando and then on the way back because again,
I didn't know that there was that many. I thought I only saw one.
I think there's like three.
But this was
don't quote me.
Yes, it was like 4 or 5 years back. There was just one.
Okay.
I guess there would be more now because that brand has exploded.
And to say that the bathrooms caused me to have a religious experience is not a lie. I'm serious. The bathrooms are a 5x5 room.
A private room where you could do your private business.
Yes.
And I don't mean anything inappropriate.
With plenty of sanitizer everywhere.
That's awesome. He loves sanitizer.
Yes, I actually have a.
I knew you did.
It's a Thor one because Thor's my guy. Yes. And Jackson was very excited because the other day he was bugging out. I gotta get tickets for Doomsday. I gotta get tickets for Doomsday. And it was very, very slim odds that we were going to get it. And then it was down to the A row, which will probably be like this.
Yes.
But it is on the second. So the Thursday is the opening night. I think we got it for Friday at like 10:15. And that was his birthday present because
nice.
I'm probably taking 6 people to to Doomsday.
A happy
He was very
early
excited.
birthday, Jackson.
Very excited about that. Very excited about that. So I made that happen. And we had a great time in Disney. I know you were away.
Yes, I got to go away.
Big time.
Thanks to
Big
Diana.
time. Europe.
Went to started off in London, ended in Amsterdam, and
Yeah, sounds very, very cool, Nick.
no,
I started
it
off
was
in
amazing.
London
Just
and went
too
off
much to
Amsterdam.
unpack on one podcast. So I'll keep it short and sweet. It was just amazing, and you know
Yeah.
what? I was in great company with Diana and Bella, and
And Harry Styles, right?
And,
you
yeah,
got to,
Harry Styles.
Hang out with Harry Styles.
it's not a concert that I would choose to go to, but they got me tickets, and I had a great time. Harry Styles is ridiculously talented, and that happened to fall on London Pride Day, the concert. So I guess, even though the people that went to the concert probably did not partake in the Pride activities, Harry made sure that he paid homage,
Yeah.
and, to the LGBTQIA plus, community, which was wonderful. He's amazing. He's just amazing.
That was great.
Yes, but
So London and Amsterdam. That's again, like, it's a lot to unpack. We really can't do it justice right now, but I think that was just fantastic.
It was
just fantastic, man.
It was
I haven't-
fantastic, and I
Yeah.
thank Diana for being a great planner. And there's a show on Netflix called Somebody Feed Phil, and I saw the Amsterdam show. And in the Amsterdam show, he visits the Pancake House, I think it's called,
Sure, probably.
in Amsterdam,
Yes.
which is an amazing place to have these pancakes, and it's a charming, charming place. So unbeknownst to Diana, she didn't know I saw that show, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't know she booked that very same place. So I geeked out a little bit. When,
That was great.
I'm like, oh my God, I saw this in Somebody Feed Phil, and the owner was there too. Which
Oh
was
wow.
and
crazy.
they were delicious pancakes, by the way.
Yes.
Before we go, I want to pay homage and give much respect to a couple of local fixtures. One of them, Miss Marzi Mazzarato, who was going to be a guest on one of our podcasts earlier, but then we've had a whirlwind of of a month.
Yep.
And
You were in Europe and I was in Disney.
Yes, she couldn't make it today, and I'm mad because we missed. She had a book. She just wrote a book, and she had
Signing?
an unveiling and a signing and stuff like that, and we missed it.
Oh,
But it's already in my Amazon cart.
Nice.
The book is called The Jersey Shore on Film. It's a book by Marzi Mazzarato. And I will read the quick line. It says online, The Jersey Shore on Film by Marzi Mazzarato, who did Sisters at the Court. Did I mention that?
You did not, but you just did now. And,
Yes.
and I was going to say, didn't she do
A
Sisters of the
great
Court? Yes.
documentary.
Yes,
She's
incredible.
a erudite, very intelligent, very motivated person. And she did this amazing documentary about a place that's in my hometown of Lakewood, New Jersey, which is Georgian Court University, Georgian Court College, which is where parts of the movie The Amityville Horror were filmed.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
But funny enough, the book explores the rich but overlooked filmmaking history of New Jersey's coastline, profiling over 140 films shot along the 130-mile shore, from classics like Eddie and the Cruisers to modern films like Coyote Ugly.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
Piper Parable, Tom's River,
Yeah. Oh,
anytime anybody shines their spotlight on New Jersey's art scene, we get tickled. My son AJ is just off the camera right here, and whether we are in Point Pleasant, or whether we're in Asbury Park, or in Red Bank, I always tell my son, I say, we are lucky and blessed to live at the Jersey Shore.
yeah. Even if it's not right at the shore, we kind of consider it the Jersey Shore. You know what I'm saying?
No, we are the Jersey Shore.
yeah.
We are the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
The coastal counties of New Jersey are, the Jersey Shore. Monmouth County, Ocean County, Atlantic, well, tiny bit of Burlington, but there's no beaches in the Burlington
Try
side.
to squeeze that in.
Yeah. Well, no, because technically, the Mullica River area, is Burlington County by there, but... but yes, coastal Monmouth, coastal Ocean County, they're beautiful places. And, because of this festival, my son AJ and you and I have walked these shores
Oh, sure. Yeah.
dozens and dozens of times, and yeah, we love the Jersey Shore. And
Speaking of which, if you don't mind me interrupting really quickly,
yes,
speaking of the Jersey Shore, speaking of the Smith Group, we talked about them before because we used to show stuff at Porta. It's not the original. It's not the original, but Brick Wall is back.
it's not Brick Wall Tavern,
It's not Brick Wall Tavern.
but it's
the
Brick
Wall.
The Brick Wall.
And it's not Homesick because it was Homesick, but now it's Brick Wall.
Christian is like, say what?
Yes, I know, because that was my jam. That would be my local. As
That's
they would
where I
say.
had. That's where I had my first.
One-
I had a sneak box by Kane.
Yeah, so nice.
These gentlemen bought it for me, and I was skeptical. I was never a beer person, and all of that. And you know what?
You now.
Look at me now.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes, it's in Asbury. It was Brick Wall Tavern. Then they kind of moved that on. They had Homesick for a while, Homesick and Lovesick. Lovesick is still there, but they decided, hey,
RP Little Buddies.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they brought that back. Did they?
Oh yes. Well, Little Buddy Place. No, the Little Buddy's Hideaway
Is
is now
Lovesick?
I think is either Lovesick or there's a little small Italian restaurant right there next door to Lovesick.
But Little Buddy had a hideaway with.
Yes, and
an
that was
amazing
a great
spot.
time. That was a beautiful.
Hey,
time.
Smith Group. I have
Yes.
to be very honest
Yes.
with you. We were a little upset when the Brick Wall left.
I was more than a little upset.
Yeah,
I used to-
we're glad. We're glad because
Yes.
it's
So it's back. It's kicking on a different bunch of cylinders. I like the way they explained it. It was like it's not the same thing, but it's something reminiscent of what was. And the prices are kind of good, and the selection. It's not as wide a selection of beer as I'd like, but of course I'm a beer geek.
and that might change.
that could change.
that could
Yes,
change.
It could change. And,
They have to change something structurally.
Yeah.
But that could change, and that
and
would
they
be
do have a
awesome.
nice selection. Don't get me wrong. I imbibed when I was there the other time, so I've been there twice since they've been up and running, and I think that's only been maybe about a month. So, yeah,
Told you we are fans.
yes, we're fans.
So yeah, I want to go back just because I want to wrap this up because
Yes.
Miss Marzi Mazzarato, who did, Sisters at the Court, who just wrote this Jersey Shore on film book. Hey, she's shining a spotlight on the Jersey Shore, and so yes, we love the Jersey Shore and we really appreciate what she's doing. It's, so yeah, check it out on Amazon. Like I said, it's already in my cart and I gotta go get it. So Ms. Marzi, we hope to see you soon.
Soon, yeah.
In our podcast. Also, PJ Bracco,
Yes.
he couldn't join us today, but we also, hope to have him.
And David.
David Ogrodowski.
Yes. We put a shout out to him. He did some great work this year. Love to have him on.
I want to have a guest only podcast one day with just a bunch of different guests.
We could
10 minute intervals, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 like that.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
We got plenty of time till the next festival.
Yes.
If I can
Sure.
have just like
Yeah,
2
yeah,
minutes, really, really quick. So I've had a week of the only thing I could call it is like benevolence and meeting amazing, wonderful people, on the sets of shows, that done little background work in, and stuff like that. And AJ and I had a Yankee Stadium day yesterday that turned into 2 Yankee Stadium games. And on my way there at the train station, I met a gentleman, Andy, from Pittsburgh. He's actually a physician and an amazing, amazing gentleman. And yeah, he invited us to go see a Pittsburgh Pirates game. We may take him up on that, if not this year, next year. But a physician, a wonderful, wonderful guy. And then in the second game, we spend the whole game with the OG Bleacher Creatures. Mm-hmm. And that was an amazing time with wonderful, wonderful people.
Very cool.
And so had 2 days this week like that. And, on our way here to the podcast, we decide to stop someplace and we happen to meet another amazing person, a really benevolent person, and an amazing restaurant.
Yes. Yes. And this isn't a paid advertisement. This is
No.
just something because because they were kind to us. My cousin brought me over to this place. I said to him last Friday, I said, let's grab a sandwich together. And we had to do some behind the scenes, like financial stuff with Hang On To Your Shorts. And I said, yeah, hey, you got a sandwich place, like maybe in Red Bank or something like that? He takes me here to Filancino's.
Royal Crown Filangino.
Yes, and they have a couple of places. I think definitely Staten Island here, maybe another one in New Jersey as well. Went over there just for a sandwich. We're hanging out. Very, very wonderful staff. I mean, just beautiful.
The place is clean. It's beautiful.
Super, super clean. And if I thought the Buc-ee's bathrooms were clean, I'm thinking that this is immaculate. This place is immaculate. And the woman, Rebecca, who is the manager over there, a wonderful woman, gave us bread when we were leaving, just to let us know it's a token of just kindness, and that was really a beautiful thing.
Yes, and also to remind us and everybody that their bread is
fresh,
made fresh daily.
Yes.
She says, if you come up around 3 a.m. in the morning, you're going to see the light in the kitchen because we're making our bread. So we just happened to be the last people there. And we. And she was kind enough they could have thrown it away. A lot of places do.
Yeah.
And I had a wrap. I didn't have bread. I had the most delicious BLT wrap I've ever had. You had a sandwich which looked delicious.
Roast beef and cheese. Sandwich.
Took all the strength in the world not to be like, yo, can I taste that?
You could have.
No, I know I could have, but I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. I'm always okay with that, bro.
And Miss Rebecca and the staff, they were
amazing. Incredible. We will be going back. We will definitely be going back.
Yeah, this is their breakfast menu.
Yeah.
And this is their lunch and dinner menu.
They have desserts there. And
the desserts looked amazing.
Crazy amount of different kinds of coffee drinks and all kinds of stuff. Really good place. Yeah.
Yes. Their motto is Mangia Bene and Viva Bene, which I'm guessing, I do not speak Italian. Eat well, live well.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me.
Which is awesome. Yeah, they have a pretty comprehensive menu here. Mm-hmm. And they have their coffee bar. Just want to read it really quickly. Black tea, house coffee, espresso, cold brew, hot chocolate, latte, cappuccino, chai latte, dirty chai latte. I wonder how dirty.
I don't know. This is
Mocha latte, cafe macchiato, and latte macchiato. And they had, AJ said that he wanted to try it. AJ, what did they have? Which was limited only at
honey lavender something or other.
Royal Crown Filangino, Nutella something. Nutella latte. No, you didn't have it. You said you wanted to have it because it was limited time.
Right.
So, so it's been a week of us
very
meeting
nice people.
Amazing, really cool, salt of the earth type of people. Andy, the gentleman from the Pittsburgh games, he said that he also went to the World Cup, and he said that he's humbled by how unifying sports can be.
It can be, yes. It can be very, very unifying when yes.
Yes, and you know what? I had two amazing sports experiences yesterday. Theatric and cinematic experience on the set of a show on Monday. Yes. And today we met a wonderful lady, Miss Rebecca, and the staff. I forgot the young lady that served us. What's her name? Peyton.
Yes.
They all seem so sweet. God bless them all.
Yes,
and
very nice people.
And then we get here, and we always have to check in with Christian. And Christian, he has had reasons recently to just feel well. Listen, he should always feel well. He's just a wonderful, beautiful soul.
Yes, truly.
But when your work pays off, and he's doing things, and he's always working, and he was in a light mood today, which also furthered, buoyed us.
Yes. We left this place high just from the kindness and compassion and wonderfulness, and we walk in, and he's sitting in the right at the doorway by and just had some wonderful news. I don't know if he can talk about it at all, but he can't talk about it at all. But he had some wonderful news, and we were just very happy and proud of him. So
and anytime,
cheers, lad.
Yes, anytime somebody that you care for and love is feeling good, you just feel good. I hear Diana, I hear my son, I hear my students laughing.
Yeah.
that sound of like, go
Lightness.
online,
Yeah.
and hear a child laughing. It's amazing.
That
It's
light.
just so
that
good.
light, yes. So you can't comment on it, but we definitely know that some good things are coming his way. So
Yes.
very happy.
And he's
proud.
a very talented young
Yes, he
person.
is.
So, until his last breath, he's going to be creating. This much we know.
Yes.
Um,
Thanks for engineering show. Show.
yes. And
No.
yeah. The one thing we didn't do today because we did not have the time, we didn't get over to Five Dimes,
We did not.
and we did not get over to the theater. So I hope Raphael and company are doing well.
Yes.
And Ming, he's out there in the universe where I was about to say Mingland, but Mingland is the freaking universe.
It's the universe we all reside in.
Yes, absolutely, the shared
Mingland.
universe.
Mingland. Shared
Mingland.
universe.
But
Yes.
I hope that by the next time that we meet within the next couple of weeks, it may not be the 2 weeks from now. Will it be? I don't know.
don't
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But until the next time we meet, I know one thing will not be happening the next time we meet, which is we're not going to have the early bird discount. So make sure that if you're a filmmaker,
Yes.
make sure you submit to the Hangout to Your Shorts Film Festival on Film Freeway. Make sure in the meantime you also go to the Royal Crown Filicino Cafe.
Right.
Go on Amazon.com and check out The Jersey Shore on Film by Marzi Mazzarato. And if you're gonna do any sort of podcasting or anything like that, if you have any ideas, hit up a Shared Universe podcast studios here in Red Bank. We want to send our love to our Hangout to Your Shorts family.
Yes.
Everybody that's in our universe,
Yes.
and you.
And me.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. AJ.
And you.
Thank you. Muchas, thank you very much. And Rich Melolello.
Mooches, thank you very much. That's a little Spanglish for you kids.
Yes, it is.
Just for those kids who don't know Spanglish, because I don't know how relevant Spanglish is these days.
It's ridiculously relevant.
Woo!
If you ever, it's
Right.
it's kind of funny because
Look
hello,
at Johnny White guy.
Yo soy bilingüe. I'm bilingual, and whenever I am
great thing.
speaking to a bilingual person, we kind of ride that Spanish English line, and we go a whole couple of sentences in Spanish, a whole couple
Well,
of sentences in
I
English,
did watch that tonight.
and a couple of sentences back and forth, and it's weird. And we
think it's
never
great. I
used to
think it's
think
great.
about it,
think it's
but now that when I think about it, it makes my head hurt.
But I think it was great. It was very cool to see you talk to that woman tonight. It was because I think she was really appreciating that. So
Yeah,
it was cool.
I think she's Salvadorian.
Yes,
Salvadorian,
yes.
I'm sure. Miss Rebecca, thank you very much.
Yes, again.
And hey, my very, very quick shout outs to you, to my AJ, to my Didi and my family. I love you guys. To Christian Cortez,
Ming Chen.
Ming Chen, and everybody out there. We can't wait to see you in 2027. So until the next time, peace.
Yes. Thank you.